She want a man good, man good, man good, man good, man good, man good. Give her it. She need a.
All right. Time to take a swig. But happy dance. Okay. Let's get serious. Okay. So, this is sort of like an introduction video to this channel. And this is one of very few videos I've ever made, so you know, I just want to kind of talk about myself and yeah. So first and foremost, my name is Flo. Well, my name is Florine, but my nickname is Flo. Everyone calls me Flo. So that's my name, Flo. And I actually wanted to put this video out to talk about my birth story. My birth story when I had my daughter. I have a 2-year-old daughter. Her name is Zuri, and she is the center of my world. And I thought it would be fun to get on YouTube and record a video about my birth story, like tell my whole birth story. I know, like, one thing I've noticed now that I'm a new mom, because my daughter's 2, so I still consider myself a new mom. Thank you very much, because yes, raising kids is ooh. But yes, so I consider myself a new mom, even though she's 2. But I want to, like, I always find it fascinating to hear other women's birth story. Like, whenever someone's talking about, oh, and then we all get into this whole big conversation about our different experiences. So I don't know, I thought it'd be fun to talk about that on this video. So let's get into it. Before we get into the story, I also wanted to, you know, say a few other things about me. This channel is, you know, doesn't really have a box. That's the word I'm looking for. Doesn't really have a box. It's just sort of like a little bit of everything. You know, a little bit of, you see, makeup, hair, kid, you know, camera shut off, but now we're back. Yes, opinions about stuff, because I always find me in like the same moment all the time for as long as I can remember, ever since I was a little kid. That moment is whenever I get around a group of people and everyone's talking about something, we're all like, you know, in whatever conversation, it could be, for the most part, things that are relevant to our lives. I always find myself disagreeing with most of the people respectfully, because, you know, everybody has their own opinions about things, but and everyone's entitled to their opinions, and me too. But I always find myself having a total different, you know, approach to things, a whole different, you know, way of thinking about things. And so I'm always like that unpopular opinion for the most part. People always tell me, Flo, you're very opinionated. And I'm like, thank you for the information. So when you hear that more than once, you're thinking like, okay, you must got the unpopular opinion out this motherfucker. Let's get into that little birth story. So, oh yeah, wait. For the birth story, let's talk about my love for, it's not necessarily a love. Like, I've been doing hair since I was 12. Yes, since I was 12 years old. I remember doing someone's hair, and we were 12. I guess this was someone else that was like my age too, or maybe a little older, and we were playing around, and I braided the person's hair. Like, I'm 31, So back then, like, that may have been like in the late 90s. Wait, no, not late 90s. Yeah, late 90s. Back then there was a lot of like braiding halfway and letting the rest out sort of hairdo that was like in. And you know, so I braided the girl's hair halfway, and like the next day she came back, she was like, oh my god, everyone loved it, they want to know how much you would charge to do theirs. And I was like, $5. So it started from there. Like I would charge people $5 to just braid from here to here. And then, you know, the guys back in the days, you know, late 90s, early 2000s, the whole thing with guys with braids. So yeah, I had lots of guy male clients who wanted like straight backs and different designs and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm from Miami, and it's a whole culture down there in Miami. So yeah, a lot of clientele in Miami for sure. Now I live in Atlanta, the South. Yes, Atlanta is the South. Miami isn't considered the South. Thank you very much. I would like to say that. I don't know why people are like, girl, you from the South. I'm like, no, you from the South. Miami is beachy. Miami is the island, okay? It's not the South. Like, we don't have, I mean, North Florida, yes, North Florida has, you know, its little farms and such, but the South Miami, yes, we're rocking sandals and beach towels and all that kind of shit. Yes. So Miami girl. So yes, I did my hair. It's braided in the front, like sort of like a pigtail look. With canicle on here, and the back is crochet, because girl, I was not fit to sit here and braid all this. Just the front. I braided just the front, and the rest is crochet, honey. So, and you know, I've been doing this hairstyle since I was freshman in high school. And like this girl across the street from where I live did her hair like that one day, and she taught us how to do it, because you know, we know how to braid. Me and my sister, we knew how to braid, and so she taught us how to do it. And I'm like, God, this be my go-to style. Took me like 3 hours to do this. So my birth story. What do I start with a birth story? I don't know. Do I start when like I first found out I got pregnant until the end of the whole process, which is like getting the baby out? I don't know. I'm gonna say I give like a brief story from when I got pregnant, when I found out I was pregnant, to when my birth story. So briefly, I found I was pregnant January of 2016. Yeah, like the beginning of the year, January. I was like, no. I got pregnant in January. I found out in like end of February, beginning of March. No, I found out late March, because my nephew was born beginning of March, and had no idea I was pregnant. But after he was born, I think maybe 2-3 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. I was like, what? I had all these plans. Like, I was going to move to a different state. I had like this, I had all these things going. And yeah, unplanned pregnancies ain't where it's at. But love my baby. Okay? Just saying. Hit me like a ton of bricks. So, yeah, so I found out I was pregnant. After my nephew was born, everybody was like, what? My sister, of course, was hella excited because, you know, like, our kids, my nephew is just turned 3 in March, because right now it's what, January? I'm sorry, not March, January. I'm tripping. January, not March. My sister's birthday is in March. January is when I found out I was pregnant. Late January. Yeah. The story makes so much sense now. Okay, so scratch off that. I found out I was pregnant late January, not March, because my nephew's birthday is in January. So yes, my nephew just turned 3 and my daughter's 2, so like they're a year apart. So yeah, when I told my sister, she was hella excited. I told my mom, she was like, did you get pregnant on purpose because your sister had a kid? I'm like, no.
She want a man good, man good, man good, man good, man good, man good. Give her it. She need a, she